haven't. Battlefield, Call of Duty, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed. When did all of these franchises become such a goddamn joke? What's up guys, it's Average Joel making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to talk about something that I honestly think has affected all of us in the FPS gaming community and the wider gaming community at large. And that is that AAA games have completely shit the bed in recent years. Actually, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think that's going a little bit easy on them. To me, AAA games are like that guy that you were best mates with when you were like, what, 18? And you used to party all night and get into all sorts of trouble and just have an amazing time. But now you're in your late 20s and you have your life somewhat together, and all this guy wants to do is suicide shots off the bar, white lines in the toilet, and take 4 out of 10s home. It's cringy, and to be honest, it just makes me a little bit sad. In today's video, I want to discuss with you guys why I believe that AAA games and AAA studios in general have taken such a wild downward spiral over the past few years, and actually why I think that you guys would benefit so much more from spending a little bit more time looking into some smaller independent games, some indie games, some games that are made from a much smaller studio that honestly seem to have our best interest at heart when it comes to communities of game. Now look, the first thing that I need to talk to you guys about are the flaws with the AAA space at the moment. Everything from Battlefield, which you know that I love and I have been playing for years, to Call of Duty, which I quit last year because the same issues existed. There are so many flaws that can be shared between all of these different franchises, and I think that there is a number of things that is at the bottom, the root of all of these issues. The first one being money. The bottom line of these companies, the thing that seemingly they only care about. And look, I want to get the point across that I don't think that this is the developer's fault necessarily, but the problem is with all of these big franchises like COD, like Battlefield, there is a big, bad, evil publisher behind them. Let's look at Activision, let's look at EA. Both of these companies, the only thing that they care about realistically is the bottom line and the money that can be earned from these games. This is why we have seen so many different turns in these games that are genuinely making the experience a lot worse for the average gamer. The thing is, the best way to make money in video games at the moment is through microtransactions. And that's all well and good. It's absolutely fine if you want to release a game and then add some microtransactions on top that people can opt in to pay for if they so wish. However, this model only works if the game that you have released, the product that you are shipping out to your community, actually, fucking works in the first place. I am sick to the back teeth of spending £60 to £100 on a game, and then the only thing that works is the ability to fucking spend money on it. Now, I know that this isn't necessarily true for Battlefield 2042 at the moment because there are no bought cosmetics as of yet. Now, don't get me wrong, they will be coming, but as of right now, at least the whole game just doesn't fucking work. But with Call of Duty, you look at Vanguard, fuck me, that game literally died within 3 weeks of it being released because they refused to fix some of the major issues. But you can bet your bottom dollar that if you tab over to the store page, you'll be able to spend £15 on a bloody Belle Delphine dildo anime set with absolutely no issues at all. The problem is that because there is no passion in the actual game and the publishers are pushing these very strict deadlines on the development team, there can be no love and no passion and no soul in the project. What this leaves us with is very hollow, very grabby experiences that I think really turns a lot of people off. Now, on top of this, another thing that really gets on my nerves when it comes to these sorts of games is the fact that they are trying to innovate for the sake of innovating. Look, Battlefield 2042, by all standards, could be a fucking awesome game, but the thing is, they are completely let down in the ways that they have tried to sort of innovate and make the title different where they really didn't need to. If something is not broke, don't fucking fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And that is so true for this game. Let's look at Specialists, for example. By all accounts, they're not that bad, but at the same time, they are not a patch on the way that the game flowed when we had the classic class system. When you had engineers, medics, support class, recon, and each of those classes played a role, and if you wanted to do well in a game, you had to build your squad up so that you had a mixture of each. This was absolutely amazing. But now in Battlefield 2042, there is no sort of team play and cohesion when it comes to the squad play. Everyone is playing their own main character. Everyone is like a superhero with these crazy abilities. Everyone can have a rocket launcher. Everyone can have a health pack, and there really isn't that clear distinction between what sort of role you are playing. And the same can be said with Call of Duty. A lot of the time when they try try and innovate, they'll try and add like a random crappy mode. Like at the moment, we're seeing that Modern Warfare 2 that's coming out later this year is probably going to have some sort of Rainbow Six Siege or Escape from Tarkov mode. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, the reason that I like Call of Duty, the reason that I played it for so many years was for the 6v6 multiplayer. And as soon as Warzone came, that got left by the wayside, and now they're trying to what? Rip off some more franchises. The problem is, whenever these sorts of games add something, they only add it to like the bare minimum. Case in point, Vanguard added destructibility, but it is literally like the least amount of destructibility in a map that you can have while still being able to put it on a fucking YouTube trailer. That's what I mean. They're not innovating for the sake of making the game better, they're innovating for the sake of having something new to put on that billboard that will hopefully make people think, oh, maybe Call of Duty is going to be good this year. And the same can be said for Battlefield 2. Look, I'm not having a go at Battlefield as a franchise because it is one of my favourite franchises ever made, and I think that the games can be so immersive and so great to play when they are done right. The problem is, at the moment with Battlefield 2042, it's just a very hollow experience, and I don't feel like any of us are getting our money's worth. And I think that this rolls on nicely to my next point, and that is the games as a live service model. Look, for Fortnite, games as a live service works fucking brilliant. Do you know why? Because the game is free. The game is completely free, so the only thing that you have to spend money on is the battle pass if you so wish. However, if you're paying a base price of $69.99 for a video game, you should at least expect that game to be completely fleshed out, finished, and a standalone product. You should be able to pay that amount of money for a game and think, yes, I am happy with this product. I am so glad that I spent this money. However, let's look at Battlefield again for an example. We have spent that money, and the thing is, a lot of the people that are defending the game still are saying, yeah, but it's going to be good when Season 1 comes out. And then when Season 2 comes out, you know, we're going to have like a whole game. Well, I'm sorry, but that's just not fucking right. It's not good enough that we have to wait to like 3 to 6 months for the game to be finished. If you bought a car tomorrow and the bloke said, all right, mate, cool, that's £30,000, and you said, wicked, handed him the money, got in the car, and you were like, oh, there's no steering wheel or doors, and you'd be like, yeah, don't worry about that, mate, they're coming in March. You'd be like, go fuck yourself, mate. But in gaming, it just seems like it's the norm at the moment to just lie down and accept the fact that these games aren't finished, and I think that's fucking disgusting if I'm being completely honest with you. Now look, just quickly, I want to take a turn away from all this negativity and this what has turned into somewhat of a rant actually, but what I wanted to say, and what really the point of this video for me at least is that I really think that you guys would benefit from just spending some more time looking at these smaller projects in gaming. If you look at games like Splitgate, look at games like Insurgency Sandstorm, Escape from Tarkov, Hell Let Loose, all of these games have been made by a very, very small development team. However, what they lack in resources, they make up for in their absolute total vision. They don't have some big honcho pulling the strings. The game that they want to make is the game that they are currently making, and they will make it exactly how they want. The only exception to this is the fact that, well, you know, they listen to their fucking community. Insurgency Sandstorm, like 6 months ago or so, tried to add in some like crazy, wacky Rainbow Six Siege skins, and the community was like, fuck that shit. They didn't want it in their game, and then Insurgency Sandstorm did a massive U-turn and they took it out of the game, and now the game is a lot more grounded, and it is exactly what the community wants it to be. The thing is, if we look at gaming over the last 3 or 4 years, the main innovators, the main big changes, the things that have really shaken up the scenes haven't been Call of Duty, they haven't been Assassin's Creed, they haven't been Battlefield, Far Cry, none of these big franchises. Every time something new and big has happened in gaming, it has been a small development team. I'm talking about PUBG and Fortnite, Escape from Tarkov again, Hell Let Loose, Insurgency Sandstorm, Squad. Even at the moment, Ready or Not is blowing up, which by all accounts is just a PvE shooter, but looks so crisp and so good, made a fraction of the cost of what some of these big broken titles are. If you take anything away from this video, it's not that you should be angry at AAA games, but it really is that you should try and invest some time and energy into supporting some of these smaller projects. Yes, they have problems that need ironing out, but a lot of them are in early access anyway, and they will be finished products in the future. But if you want to play a game where you as a community member will be listened to by the development team, and you feel like you're actually valued, then the indie space is really where you need to go. Even if you're on console, you have awesome games to play like Hell Let Loose and Insurgency Sandstorm. These games are stellar experiences, and you owe it to yourself to try these out and stop giving your money to these big ugly bastards at EA and Activision and such places. But anyway, that's about it for this little video. I am actually kind of surprised it turned into so much of a rant, but there we go. That's how it goes here, I'm afraid. For those of you who have watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Would you rather have no wrists or no ankles? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.